Hi, I'm Bart Warburton. I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. We're going to start with your first chords. Check it out. C, F, and G. You can learn how to play guitar in a whole bunch of different ways, as you can see right here. You can learn how to read music. That's called notation. You can learn the names of the chords and memorize them. You can learn how to read tabs. You can learn how to play the chord diagrams with the dots right there that show you where to put your fingers. Or down at the bottom, you can learn how to play the chords and learn the names of each note. To me, the best way is just to learn how to play some chords, and that's what I'm going to show you right here. So the dot tells you where to put your finger, and the little blue number tells you which finger to use. Your fingers are numbered, so the index finger is always 1, the finger is 2, and ring finger 3, pinky 4. The chord diagram is a picture of this right here. It's the top 3 frets of a guitar. The word fret refers to the metal stick that goes across like that, and the word fret also refers to the space. So the first fret is that space right there, second fret, that space, and the third fret, that space right here. When you put your finger on the fret, put it as close to the sound hole as you can. There are 6 lines going down. Those are the strings. The lines across are the frets. Tuned E, A, D, G, B, E, standard guitar tuning. Okay, here's how you play a C chord. That's your first chord. It's this. How am I doing that? Well, let's start with the first dot. That first dot right there has a 1 by it, which means it's finger number 1. And you're going to look at 3 things. Which string are you going to put that finger on? Which fret are you going to put that finger on? And of course, which finger will you use? So since it's number 1, that's finger 1. Which fret? The dot is on the first fret. So I know that this finger is going to go on this fret somewhere, but I don't know which string yet. So I look at the diagram. It's the B string, the second highest string. And that's right here. So I put finger 1 on that string on the first fret, and here it is. Now I look at finger number 2, which is this finger. Don't get offended. Finger 2 goes on the second fret and on the third string, E, A, D. So I put it there, while simultaneously keeping finger 1 there because we're going to need up to 3 fingers. So it's this, skip a string, and then put that on the second fret. And the last note on a C chord is finger 3, which is my ring finger. See that ring? You don't have to get married to play this chord, but it might help. Put it on the second string, the A string, on the third fret. So then you have finger 1, finger 2, and finger 3. On the C chord, you can strum 5 or 6. So there's your C chord. The next chord we're going to do is G. Finger number 1 on a G goes on the A string, the second string, which you can tell by looking at that diagram. Which fret? Yes, second fret. There it is. And I add my the finger, finger 2 on the third fret of the low E string. So it's this one and this at the same time. And the third finger, the ring finger, goes on the highest string. I say highest because it's the highest sounding, not the highest physically. It's ranged lowest to highest according to sound, and this one sounds higher, this one sounds lower. So these are called the low strings or the bottom strings, even though they're actually on the top. So I take the finger 3, put it on the highest string, the high E, on the third fret. So now I've got finger 1, finger 2, and finger 3. And I strum all 6 strings. So it sounds like this. If your chords sound bad like this, 2 main reasons for that. One is that your finger dipped down and hit the string below, but if my technique is correct, I'm perpendicular, like that. If I'm doing it badly, I'm going to dip down like that with my thumb over the top, and what happens is it makes my finger hit the string below accidentally. And I get this. Don't put the thumb curled over the top. Put it back like that, not like that. And then your fingers go perpendicular out that way, not dipping down, and you get this. Another reason your chords sound like crap is because you're not pushing down hard enough. It's supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, you're doing it wrong. So When you do that and you push down hard, it's going to leave a line in your finger from the pressure of the string. That line should be right under your fingernail. It should not be on your fingerprint. We got one more chord. This is an F chord. This is much harder than the other chords, but you need to learn this one because once you play the F chord, you can play a lot of other chords using that same fingering pattern. I'll show you what I mean. F, take that same thing and slide it up 2 frets and you get a G. I didn't even take my finger off the neck. A, B, C, D, E. All with one fingering pattern. It's called a bar chord because you're making a bar with your index finger. All the way across all 6 strings, like that, all in the 1st fret. Then you're going to add some other fingers, starting with your middle finger, which is finger 2. That goes on the E, A, D, G string, 4th string on the 2nd fret. So you do that while you're holding the bar down. This is difficult. Then you do your ring finger all the way up on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then your pinky goes right underneath that on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. So it should sound like this. And then when you strum them, you strum all 6 strings. You're probably going to sound more like this because it may take you 3 or 4 weeks to really get the hang of it. Your fingers are going to hurt, they're going to get blisters, and you're going to bleed, and you're going to cry, and it's going to be terrible. And then it's going to feel awesome. So then, once you've got it, you can try switching from C to G to C to G to C to G like this. And when you can play along with me, you're ready for the next lesson. If you want more, leave a comment.